Hello, primates. What's going on? It's your boy Jordan from Jordan Comes Live Directly on YouTube. Thank you very much for coming back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Before we start, please subscribe and smash that like button, guys. Come on, do it. Let's fucking do it. I would like to thank our sponsors for this episode, which is you guys, through the stream links in the description down below. Thank you very much, Matthew, again for sponsoring this episode. And today we are talking about the top 10 greatest Asian rulers of all time. So yeah, let's start the video. Roll it!
That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
Hi everybody, lots of weird pronunciations in this one. I'm doing my best. If you want to have a go at me, use the comments. So many of history's most vast and populous civilizations have existed in Asia. Thus, the task of ruling over such empires and kingdoms required particularly talented leaders in order for their countries to thrive. In the video today, we're looking at 10 of the greatest, but not necessarily friendliest, native-born Asian rulers. These 10 are remembered for more than just their ability to shed the blood of their enemies. Number 10. Jalal ad-Din Muhammad Akbar the Great.
Guys, this is an Arabic name, Jalal ad-Din Muhammad. Jalal ad-Din Muhammad Akbar. I have never heard about this guy in my whole life. Yeah, I don't know this guy at all. Why I don't know this guy at all? I don't know. Let's see.
October the 15th, 1542 to October the 27th, 1605. In 2011, Time magazine ranked Akbar among its top 25 political icons. Why? Well, he was the all-time greatest Mughal emperor of India for one. In addition to his military successes, he greatly influenced India's art and architecture. His religious tolerance and scholarly interest in varying religious beliefs is one of the many hallmarks of his long reign. He is considered not just one of Asia's greatest leaders, but one of the greatest leaders in all of world history. Number 9. Zhu Di, the Yongle Emperor, from May 2nd, 1306 to August 12th, 1424. Zhu Di reigned in China from July 17th, 1402 to August 12th, 1424. His achievements are impressive to say the least. He commissioned the Yongle Encyclopedia in 1403. He dodged a bullet, so to speak, when Timur died in 1405, just before undertaking a planned invasion of China. Di then began construction of the famous Forbidden City, a World Heritage Site, in 1406. Number 8. Emperor Meiji the Great, November 3rd, 1852.
Meiji the Great. I think, okay, let's see. I think this guy is Japanese, because like I watch a lot of Japanese anime and I like speak a little bit Japanese, and I think Meiji is a Japanese name. Yeah. Let's see what's gonna happen.
To July 30th, 1912. Meiji is most famous for the Meiji Restoration, a revolution in 1868 that ended the Tokugawa shogunate established nearly 3 centuries earlier in 1600. In this revolution, Meiji restored imperial control over Japan and modernized the country as depicted in such films as The Last Samurai. The modernization of Japan helped to make Japan a westernized industrial powerhouse capable of defeating China during the First Sino-Japanese War from 1894 to 1895. They were then able to defeat Russia 10 years later in the Russo-Japanese War from 1904 to 1905. Both of these events occurred during Meiji's long reign. As such, Meiji made Japan one of the few non-European powers, the other being the United States of America, to rival the imperialist European countries as a major world power during the Age of Imperialism in the late 19th through early 20th century. Number 7. Shah Jahan, January 5th, 1592 to January 22nd, 1666. Shah Jahan's name in Persian means ruler of the world.
Shah Jahan, ruler of the world. It's really, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Who do you guys think, like, and at this point of time, like, which person in the world now thinks that he's the ruler of the world? Is it Putin or Trump. Which is, you know what's fucking crazy, that like some people actually in Egypt think that Sisi is the rule of the world right now, because it's amazing how propaganda works in Egypt. I lived there for a while, and yeah, like people just believe things, which is fucking amazing. Like, you know, the power that the government has on the people, on their, especially in not very educated like areas of the country, is fucking crazy. Yeah, life is weird.
Despite such a boastful name, however, his actual domain was limited mainly to Mughal India. His long reign from 1628 to 1658 is considered the empire's golden age. Of all of Jahan's numerous architectural and military achievements, his single most famous accomplishment is one of the early modern wonders of the world, the Taj Mahal. This beautiful monument was built for Jahan's reportedly captivating wife, Mumtaz Mahal. Jahan imported great builders from the Ottoman and Persian empires to construct this marvel of the Mughal civilization.
You know what's really interesting about India and Indian like history in general? Like there's a lot of words that they're Arabic words or maybe Persian, but you know I understand them. For example, Mumtaz means, like the name of his wife means very good in Arabic. Mumtaz. Oh yeah, it's fucking crazy. But I don't think it's an Arabic word. I think it's a Persian word. Yeah.
After Jahan's death, he too was entombed in the magnificent example of Islamic Indian architecture. Number 6. Timur the Lame, from April the 9th, 1336 to February the 18th, 1405. Although most commonly known as the Lame, Timur has also been referred to as the Great and the Sword of Islam. On the one hand, his...
I don't know these guys. I have no fucking idea who are these guys. He's an Muslim guy too, a Muslim reader too. I don't know any, like I really don't know anything about this guy. Nothing.
His military campaigns are appalling in terms of their toll on human lives, killing perhaps 17 million people, which ranks only below such modern tyrants as Hitler and Stalin in terms of historic brutality. Yet the man who...
What the fuck? What the hell is going on there? Yeah, I don't know this guy, and I don't know where he's from too, you know? Like, I don't think he's an Arab, because that name is not Arabic.
Thought of himself as Genghis Khan's heir, achieved a stunning degree of success during his life. But
oh, Genghis Khan, huh? He's Genghis Khan heir? Actually? That's interesting.
By the time he took control of the Chagatai Khanate, the great Mongol empire of Genghis and Kublai was on the decline, with the Huan dynasty having been replaced by the Ming dynasty in 1368. Nevertheless, Timur fought a series of campaigns to gain recognition as Great Khan, or at least an ally of the remnants of the Mongol Empire, chiefly the Ilkhanate, Golden Horde, and Northern Han dynasty. His empire thus encompassed a massive portion of Asia, and he was planning to expand even further than that. He died in 1405 while setting out to conquer Ming China. In short, only death prevented him from effectively conquering the known world.
What the fuck? So if he didn't die now, China is... Like, he would include China under the Islamic world. But what the fuck? Dude, this guy is... I don't know what's his... Like, I don't know anything about this guy. But, you know, like, it's really crazy how... The Muslim empire in general, like, spread the whole world. The word of Islam, you know? Because, like... It was the only job they had, you know? They didn't do anything else. That's their goal, to like spread Islam by the sword. And that's like, you know, it's... I don't know, okay, again, I am not historian. I don't know anything about the history, even like my own history. Like, I have nothing to say about that. But what I understand is, like... It's like, you know, they have nothing else to do as, like as a country or as an empire, is to just get more land and conquer more people and all these things. That's why it's really weird, like when I went to Southeast Asia and I saw all this, like, you know, Muslim people. There's still some Muslim people in Southeast Asia and India, and at the same time there's a lot of like mosque, and there's a lot of Islamic history in these countries, and I have no idea how that got there. Like some of these very far countries, Islam went there with the trade, but there's like this fucking crazy shit, like 17 million people. This one guy is responsible for the death of 17 million people. And the crazy thing is, it's not like a bomb or like very modern way of war. It was like, you know, by fucking the sword, you know, like did he actually kill one guy? Kill 17 million people? That's fucking crazy. This, like, can you imagine how fucking crazy this is? Like, without any modern technology, this guy got to kill 17 million fucking people. What the fuck is going on there? Oh my god, it makes me really like fucking scared that if we get somebody like this, like some crazy self-centered like motherfucker these days, because it's fucking easy, just like one fucking button and it will fuck up a whole fucking country, like what happened in Hiroshima. Yeah, it's fucking crazy, guys. It's fucking crazy.
One could only imagine the consequences for world history had his expedition succeeded, like so many others had. Number 5. Darius I, from 550 BCE to 486 BCE. Darius ruled for 36 years over the sole superpower in the world at the time. Under his reign, the Persian Empire spanned from part of Europe and Africa to the great river valleys of India. Two major works of art and architecture date from his reign, the Behistun inscription and the palace at Persepolis. Although the palace is now in ruins, these ruins still reflect a major sculptural achievement that is, today, a World Heritage Site. It is one of the great cultural tragedies of history that Alexander the Great's army destroyed notable portions of the palace that was built under Darius. Yet, despite Darius's many accomplishments, he also overreached in his efforts to conquer, or at least punish, the Scythians and the Greeks alike. The Persians suffered many losses in their campaigns against both. Had they somehow been more successful, Persia might have endured even longer as one of...
You know, like, imagining that part of the world or that part of history right now is really weird. Like, because we didn't have like a world government. That's what we have right now, the UN, and the borders. There's no borders, there's no world government, and you know, you can't just like, you know, take your fucking horse and leave and go places. And that fucking amazing freedom is just like, it's just, I can't even fathom the idea of thinking about that, because it's exactly how I feel I want to do right now. I just want to take my bicycle and head to Bangkok on a bicycle from here. But it's fucking crazy to actually even think about doing that, right? Yeah, life is weird.
One of history's greatest empires. Number 4. Kublai Khan, September the 20th.
Right, we start again.
18th, 1294. Kublai Khan is quite famous in Western culture, having been immortalized through the writings of Marco Polo and Samuel Taylor Coleridge. During his actual lifetime, though, Khan had tremendous influence on many aspects of Asian history, primarily because the Mongol Empire reached its height in many ways under his reign. He founded the Yuan dynasty in China, which lasted in varying sizes from 1279 to 1635. Nevertheless, despite his successful expansion of the empire, Mongol expeditions under his reign also demonstrated the limits of Mongol expansionism. Their invasion of Japan was halted at the Battle of Hakata Bay in 1281. Subsequently, the Mongol invasion of the even further away island of Java also faltered in 1293. Had these campaigns succeeded, the additional influence on subsequent Asian, if not world, history would have been incredible, especially considering the place the Japanese victory has in their culture. For example, the kamikaze pilots of World War II were named after the divine wind that saved them from the Mongols. Number 3. Xerxes I of Persia, 519 BCE to 465 BCE. Though Xerxes did not found the Achaemenid Persian Empire, he ruled it at its greatest size and made it the global force that it was at the time. Persian Empire, BCE to 465 BCE. Number 3. Xerxes I of Persia, 519 BCE to 465 BCE. Though Xerxes did not found the Achaemenid Persian Empire, he ruled it at its greatest size and made it the global force that it was at the time. His failed invasion of Greece had secured him a legendary place in not just Asian but also Western culture. He also appeared as a major character in the movie 300, which has been portrayed and spoofed in such shows like South Park and Robot Chicken. Some also identify Xerxes as the possible spouse of the biblical Queen Esther. Number 2. Cyrus II of Persia, from 600 or 576 BCE to 530 BCE. Cyrus, Xerxes' father, established the Persian Empire, the first tricontinental empire in history. He is one of history's first great captains, a term used by military historians to refer to the greatest military leaders of all time. As such, the empire established by Cyrus surpassed the territorial extent of predecessors such as the Assyrians and left an even greater legacy on a broad region of the world. His role in religious history is also significant, as he was the one who conquered Babylonia, freed the Jews that had been captured by the Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar II, and allowed them to return to Jerusalem. As such, not only is Cyrus remembered as one of the greatest military leaders in world history, he is also revered as someone anointed by the Lord. Some Jews today even look to Cyrus as a messiah. Number 1.
Wow. We are now about to hear about Genghis Khan, guys. They say that there is a lot of Genghis Khan Khan's like grandchildren in the world right now. So it's, yeah, you know about this. He was fucking everybody. He was fucking everybody.
Genghis Khan, circa 1162 to August 1227. Look, no surprises here, Genghis Khan absolutely had to be number 1. He conquered more lands than even Alexander the Great and laid the basis for history's largest contiguous empire. As such, he laid the foundation for the empires ruled by Kublai and Timur. His very name is beyond ironic. It is no surprise, then, that he has been depicted in media as brutally powerful and omnipresent, such as in the Civilization series of video games and major films like The Conqueror and the Oscar-nominated Mongol. He also had a major demographic influence on Eurasia, not just in terms of people killed in his conquests and the mixing of peoples due to the establishment of his empire, but also through his own sexual relations and production of offspring.
That's what I said.
Who had numerous children of their own, some of whom founded great empires of their own. Opinions on his personality and character remain divided as to how great a unifier of Asia he was versus just being a ruthless slaughterer of humanity. Nevertheless, his influence on Eurasian history places him among the top 5 or so greatest military commanders in world history, as well as one of the most influential people ever. So I really hope you found that video interesting. If
Good guy. That was fucking interesting. That was really interesting, yeah? Yeah, some of them I didn't really hear about them whatsoever. Like, I don't know anything about them. But, you know, everybody knows Genghis Khan. You know, like, I think it's fucking crazy that there's a lot of Genghis Khan, like, grandchildren living among us right now, huh? It's fucking crazy. That's why, like there's a lot of, you know, like, out of the sudden, you know, all your family is white or brown or like whatever, and suddenly your cousin looks like he's Asian, right? Yeah, because somehow Genghis Khan, you know, got his genetics into this, you know, family or something like that. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and smash that like button, and I will see you in the next one. Peace the fuck out.
That's my best friend.